First of all, it's a real big honor to interview you, to talk to you, Paul. And I got to tell you, I am not a professional interviewer, but I'm curious. So I'll just ask you, some things.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, I assume sometime in the 60s. Set the stage. When did you first hear the word meditation, and what did you make of it?
It was actually George Harrison's wife, Patty, who had heard that Maharishi was coming to town. And she said we should all go. It was one of those things. And I was personally not in a good place. I think, just overdoing it in the 60s. So I was just not very sort of centered. And I was looking for something. I think we all were. So we heard that Maharishi was going to have a meeting and give a lecture. So that was the first time I'd heard about meditation. But we'd actually seen him when we were kids growing up in Liverpool. Because, as you know, he went around the world 7 times to spread his message. And he was on TV. And we remembered this giggly little guy. And we thought we loved him.
Mm-hmm.
We just said, he's so cool, And he was just on TV and he was giving an interview. And he would giggle, that fabulous laugh of his.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very entertaining and very attractive. So we all said, that's that guy. But then he was giving a lecture.
Where was it?
In London.
Do you remember the place?
I don't remember it. I think it was in Kensington, Chelsea or somewhere. But so that was the first time I heard about it, and we all went along to listen.
Uh-huh. And in the talk, what feeling came over you about what he was saying, his message?
It was very interesting. It was very calming, and it seemed like something that was worth trying. He put it very well. He made it seem simple. He made it seem very attractive. And so I think we were all just sold. And I say his personality was a lot to do with Maharishi, I think you'd seen other people who were maybe a little more serious, which wasn't a bad thing, but he put humor. He had a very infectious sense of humor. Mm-hmm. So I think that was very attractive to us. Mm-hmm. It was a great message. It was something I think we felt we needed, but put over in this way. It was very attractive.